What's up, y'all? It's me, Erica. This is your Love and Hip Hop New York season 9, episode 2 review. Thank you for coming through. I'm trying to fix this goddamn camera every time. Is that better? Okay. I need to put my glasses on. Blind bitch. I need to put my glasses on. But I don't think it's going with my look today. I need another pair of glasses. I love glasses. I love frames. Even when I didn't have to wear glasses, I used to wear frames all the time. All the time. Even if I didn't have to wear glasses. So today is ugly sweater day at work. Ugly holiday sweater. And you know, I don't do the holidays. So, you know, like the religious holidays. Even though I said last night I want to make Thanksgiving food, because I didn't have Thanksgiving food on Thanksgiving because I didn't do Thanksgiving. You know what I was wondering this morning? I was wondering how tedious it has to be for some people to watch my videos just to see if I'm saying something about them. That must suck. That must suck. Anyway, so let's talk about the Real Housewives. It reminded me of Real Housewives in the beginning. I mean, you know, when they show them with their families or whatever. It was a pretty good episode overall. Kimbella was in a lot of scenes. I was like, damn, I'm tired of seeing her face. So Kimbella, they start off with Kimbella, and she's at her house, and Juju comes over. The jury is still out on Juju. Who is she? I know she's very like supportive of her friends and stuff like that, but I'm still out on Juju. I'm not sure. It's something about Juju that kind of like rubs me the wrong way, but she hasn't done anything. But I could see she's very, her and Yandy they perform like they're characters of themselves when they're on television. Kimbella told Yandy that at the end of the show, you a fucking character. When you decide to be your goddamn self, bitch, then we can talk. And I feel like Juju is the same type of person. Juju does say in the episode that her and Yandy are a lot alike. They stay booked and busy. But I think it's more than you guys staying booked and busy. I think you guys are probably alike in the way that you handle your character. But that's neither here nor there. It's no traffic at all. Where is everybody? I'm talking about Juelz and his drugs, and she's like, I'm going to be a supportive sister to you. And, you know, all of this shit is happening because of the drugs and this and that. And, you know, she's like, I didn't invite you over for this. And she's like sad and they're crying. And she was like, well, sometimes, you know, when you do call your friend over, sometimes you have to have a little cry. You got to let it out. We're going to see Kimbella crying this whole season, I guess. Alexis Skyy, she's over at her grandmother's house. I love it. I love the grandma sitting there schooling her. She said that the baby coming into the life of the grandmother was really good at this time because she just lost her sister and she lost her husband too. So she's kind of lonely. So a new little life there is helping her grandmother with her loneliness. I fucking love it. I love that. I was like, can we just have Alexis and her grandmother do their own show? I don't know. I know Alexis can't carry a show, but I'm here for the old people talking and giving the real. She mentioned that her baby was on Medicaid. Fetty Wap, you know that's your baby is on Medicaid. Like, what? Like, and no tea, no shade, but you're not in that bracket, lady. You're not even in that population or demographic of people you shouldn't be who have to get Medicaid. You have to make a certain amount of money or not make enough money in order to get that. I'm like, why is she on Medicaid? I was like, why don't they have insurance? I was just like, oh my God. I was just like, okay, I don't know if she's saying that for the cameras, but she said something about the Medicaid being transferred from Georgia to New York, and I was like, ooh, okay, girl. That was weird because she said she needs speech therapy, physical therapy and stimulation therapy. The little baby, I had my baby at 29 weeks. I said 23 weeks the other day. She said 23 weeks, right? I had my baby at 29 weeks. He was 3 pounds and he was fine. He's just a little monster now, but he's fine. Her grandmother said, you know, she mentions Fetty Wap, and the grandmother says, you know, oh, she asked her, did you sign your record deal? She was like, did you have a lawyer look over it? Yes. And then she said, you know, you need to move on. You need to go from good, better to best. I said, come on, grandma. Come on, grandma, for this quick little wisdom right here. Quick. If he's not going to be consistent, what is his purpose? To teach a child inconsistency? That's not cool. So I'm here for the grandma wisdom. I ain't mad at it. The baby is cute. She's hugging the baby, and I feel bad for her because I can imagine you got your baby on Medicaid. The father of the child is a goddamn rapper who had a #1 hit, and you sitting up here on Medicaid. That's not cool. That is not cool at all. Juelz meets with Mano, and he was like, maybe if I talk to Mano, because he's been to jail, and maybe he can give me some insight. They're talking about taking a plea, and we know how the court system works. We know how it's designed. They want you to do some sort of time. So you either take a plea or go to trial. Usually when you go to trial, they give you more time. Like, they'll give you more time. So you got to take a plea and say that you are guilty of whatever, and now you have a record. But the difference is he is in a position like, okay, you have a record, so what? A lot of people have quote-unquote records because we know how the system is designed. And just like Juelz was saying, it is designed to target a specific group of people, although all people go to jail and get in trouble. But the way that it seems like it's designed is just like I said the other day, you know, slavery is no longer legal unless you're in jail, and we know that. Everybody knows that. And so what better way to do is to create environments where these people are breaking laws, right? So they're low income, they don't have money, they need money, they start doing things so they can make money outside of that, and things that are potentially illegal, and then they go to jail. And now they have records, and now you're in jail, and now you're back in slavery. And this is how this country makes money. This is how this country makes money, period. He's gonna have to do time and pay money. Like, it's just it is a scam. It is a scam. They were talking about how the kids need them, and how Mano was saying you have to have hope and you have to have faith because that's going to get you through. So I think he should just take the plea. I don't know what they've decided on. I haven't read the news lately, but then they say it was 18 to 24 months, 1.5 years to 2 years is better than 5. And that will go like that. I'm sure you'll have some level of visitation. So it'll just be you in jail, and you know, I'm sure your family can come and visit you and all that stuff. So it won't be that bad if you do 18 to 24 months. I believe that's what she said, 18 to 24 months. What are your choices? Take the lesser choice that's going to have the less impact on your family. And unfortunately, these are your choices based on the choices that you did make. He's saying that he didn't know that there was a gun in there and what kind of stupid shit, which I agree with him. Like, who does some shit like that? You too old. But when you're imbalanced chemically, drugs, you probably do things that you wouldn't otherwise do. Make decisions you wouldn't do. Decisions that you're like, oh, okay, well, this is not the best decision. Why would you go to the airport with a loaded gun? A loaded gun, my nigga. Not a gun, just a gun, but a loaded gun. That's a mess. So Mano's telling him to have hope and have faith, and we need to be here for our kids and all this other stuff. Jonathan, Kimbella, and Cynthia, they meet. Jonathan's planning his 34th birthday party. And both him and Kimbella in their interviews have made a comment about their real friends. So I see there's a lot of shit going on this season about who's real and who's not and this and that. And Sin is talking about, she shares that, you know, her and Joe haven't been having sex. And I saw the way, I don't know if anybody else noticed the way that Sin looked at Kimbella when she said, every man wants sex. Something's wrong with that. And Sin was just like looking like, I don't know if she was processing what she said, but she was looking like, okay. I caught a glance. I don't know if that was, the timing was right, if that happened in sequence, because you know how they cut the video, so I can't really tell, but how she looked at her after she said that was like, okay. So then they talk about Kim and Yandy, and she's like, you know, I'm through with Yandy. Yandy is fake. She's not a real friend. She tried to put this thing on Instagram, and I was supposed to pull up at Mendici's birthday party, and she threw me under the bus at the reunion, saying that that's not what it was about. I believe Kimbella. I believe Kimbella. I do not believe Yandy at all. I do not believe Yandy at all. I don't like the way that Yandy was talking to Kimbella at that birthday party. I just don't care for Yandy. I think that Yandy is a fraud. Like, straight up fake. Like, she performs. It's a performance. It is fake. It is not real. It's inauthentic. And she's performing for these cameras. You know, I feel bad for her because Mona Scott Young seemed to like push her out of this deal. I assume that it was her idea for Jim and Chrissy to have a show, and they created Love and Hip Hop around it, and Jim was being managed by Yandy, and it sounded like she was on the Breakfast Club, sound like Money Scott Young fucked you out of the deal. That's expected out of her because she has spent so many years objectifying women on this show. Glad they're changing the format of the show because it was really going in a really bad direction. And I've always said that Money Scott Young has objectified women more than any man in this music industry by the creation of this show. I just don't like her either. Like, I could see that happening between her and Yandy. Juju, Kimbella mentions that Juju came over her house, and then Jonathan, he explains that Juju is fake, and that Juju went out and got a deal about a radio show that was supposed to be with them two, and she went out and got the show, and he wasn't there, and she was like, well, you weren't there, and I landed the deal for us. I don't know. We'll see how that pans out. I need more details on that. But he was like, she's fake, and Kimbella was like, oh, like, I don't think that's true. He was like, she's faker than a $2 bill, honey. And she was like, oh, okay. And then Kimbella says in an interview, I don't care what he says about Juju, that's my friend. But then she does say that she is secretive, and that's something that you have. She's not secretive, and it's something that you have to earn. Like, nobody knows what happened between you and Cameron. I fucking didn't even know that was Cameron's significant other until they fucking broke, like, on their way onto breaking up. Like, I didn't know who Juju was, like, at all. Like, I'm not saying that I'm supposed to know every fucking diplomat's girlfriend, but I know all them other bitches. Who the fuck is Juju? Where was you at, Juju? So Juju and Yandy, they meet out in some street somewhere, and they're talking about, we so booked and busy. That's good, booked and busy, but like, who are you? Like, that's wonderful. I want everybody to be booked and busy. I want everybody to get their money. But when you start doing people wrong in the process, whatever, get it how you live. Get it how you live, and you just have to answer for those kind of things. Let me get from inside this truck. So he wants to straddle the line. Shit. Get away from his ass. So she's like, I want to figure out how we can be supportive for Kim. And she was like, you know, what really hurts me, and this is what I don't like about Yandy, is like, she tries to make it seem like it's about the kids, and I get it, but she's like, our kids grew up together. I'm really torn up about them babies. No, you're not. No, you're not, Yandy. Shut up. You're not. I don't care what she says. She's not. You are not broke up about them babies, because if you were, you would have told Kimbella, let the kids come over. I know you mad at me, but drop them off and come pick them up. It's no tea, period. But you fake, and you doing this shit for the cameras. Kim says she's mad at her. I'm cool on Yandy until she starts being true to who she is. I'm cool on that bitch. So she act like she cared about me and this and that. She was like, she's just mad at me, and you know, I know we got issues, but that's not the issues that she's talking about. Didn't nobody tell her to pull up? Didn't nobody tell her to do this and do that? I don't believe you, Yandy. Joe and Sam, show their scene. He brings her Honey Nut Cheerios in bed. He is trying to communicate with her about what happened the other day. He's saying that she's been staying in the other room. And Kimbella and, I mean, not Kimbella. And see, she was in so many goddamn scenes. I don't know, bitch. So she was like explaining to him how she felt about her body changing, how she wants to feel sexually validated. That's a new one for me. She wants her husband or boyfriend or whatever he is to want her, and because she doesn't feel so great. And he was like, whatever you do, whatever you need to be reinforced, I'm still madly in love with you. They were really communicating. I appreciated that scene. He says, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna take a trip to Mexico for a week, and we're gonna take off, and it's just gonna be us two. And I was like, okay, Joe, that was good. He was like, but you can't be jumping out of car. I told you he was not with that jumping out of the car shit. Like, he was just like, get that shit out of here. She was like, no, I know I shouldn't have done that, but shit, I know it was too much, but shit, I'm frustrated. Like, I'm out here frustrated. So they're gonna go to Mexico, which I remember actually seeing them when they was posting that on Instagram. He's like, I'm gonna give you that extra attention. I was like, okay, Joe. All right, Joe. That was a cool little scene for them. Juju and Kim meet. Kimbella has this brown wig on, which is that color on Kimbella is pretty. All that blonde shit, get that shit out of here. That like brownish, reddish, I don't know what this is, like brownish blonde. It's like it's like on its way to brown, but still in blonde, but it's like really pretty. Like she had it on in this scene, and she has it on another wig that's brown in her interviews, and it's really a pretty wig. She needs to keep that color. Looks really pretty on her. Kimbella is a pretty girl. I just really hate that she changed all her body like that. It's just weird. She says she's not here for Yandy. I'm here for you. Jonathan's party. Oh, she said something about Jonathan's party. Oh, okay. Yandy mentioned Jonathan's party to Juju, and she was like, I wasn't invited. And so then Juju said something to Kimbella about going to his party, and she was like, wait, I thought she wasn't even invited, you know, based on what he said. So Yandy invites Juju to Jonathan's party. And I'm here for you. Why did I write this down? I don't know why I wrote that down. But she's like, I'm not cool with Yandy or whatever. Kimbella again. Oh, Alexis is trying to get treatment for her baby. She said Fetty asked her to meet him at the studio. She shows up to the studio. He is a no-show. Crazy. Whatever the reason, we don't know what the reason is. It could be anything. So, but you can't call somebody and text them. Like, that's just ignorant. Kimbella and Juelz, they sitting on the phone doing FaceTime, and he's telling his 7-year-old son that he's the man of the house. Bad move. Nothing else. I just put no. Don't do that. Stop telling little boys they are the man of the house. They are boys. Boys. He should be outside playing, jumping, hopping, skipping, playing in the mud, eating dirt, climbing trees, breaking arms. Ain't nobody got time for that shit. Get that fucking shit out of here. He's the man of the house. You the boy. You the boy. You are the boy. What's her name said this is becoming an epidemic. No, it's not becoming an epidemic. It is. It has always been an issue for years and years and years and years and years. Men going to jail, women sitting at home with kids, raising kids on their own. You know, it's not an epidemic, becoming an epidemic. Kimbella. This is a thing. You believe it's becoming an epidemic because it's happened to you, and nobody cares about nothing until it happens to them. About a specific thing until it happens to them. Unfortunately, some people are like that. So now she believes that men going to jail and children being without their father while their dad is in jail is becoming an epidemic. It's not. Jonathan's having his birthday. Anais, I didn't watch the season that Anais was on there, but I fucking love that girl. I think she is so, I don't know, it's something about everything from the way that she talks, her accent, her deep voice, her funny looking face, her fucking big ass lips, like everything about that girl. I fucking love her. I love her voice. I love the way she sounds, the way she talks. And it's like, she says something about Kimbella, about something escalating, and she's like, this is no escalator over here. I said, come on, bitch. And she told, and Juju shows up. She shows up in all pink. Was it blush? Pink? And she was like, he told me to wear black. She comes in singing happy birthday in her little sexy voice or whatever. Can't sing a lick. Everybody's laughing. It was so cute. And Jonathan was like, do not encourage her. That was cute. And she was like, what is this, a fucking funeral? Like, everybody got on black, but I'm here, you know, I'm here for the all black theme party. I don't understand white parties. I'm like, what? White? No. Make it an all black party. Get the fuck out of here. But niggas look so beautiful in white. But white and yellow, bright colors. Especially yellow. We look like sunflowers. Anyways, but yeah, so they all in black. She comes in. She's laughing. They're laughing. Her and Sin and Joe, they sitting down. Juju and Kimbella show up. Jonathan looks so confused and perplexed. Like, bitch, wait. I did not invite her. What is she doing here? She's here, honey. She's here with you, and you're at your birthday party. And so they start off the bat talking about what the fuck is going on. And he was like, okay, so what's going on? And it was just a lot of confusion. I really couldn't keep up. I was like, this is too much. They talking too fast, and they screaming about, you know, shit and raising their voices and stuff. I was just like, this is too much. It was too much yelling and screaming over misunderstandings. And Juju is mad at Anais. Anais is telling her to have some class, and she was like, I have class. And then Juju acts like she wants to fight Anais. Anais leaves. She was like, I don't have to deal with this shit. I'm out of here. Jonathan makes a statement saying that I had more fun with just you, with Anais and you, when he goes back and sits down with Sin. Kimbella and Yandy move over to start talking, because Jonathan was being messy with Kimbella and trying to make it seem like Kimbella said more than what she said. I don't know what she said. We only know what we saw. And all that we saw was her say, oh, when he said that she was faker than a $2 bill, and that she does, it earns, you have to earn it to have to, for Juju to open up to you. You have to earn it. And he was kind of making it seem like she said more, but we don't know what she said. So she started yelling at him and getting in his face, and then it kind of they kind of diffused, and she was like, I know I'm yelling, but you acting like you don't understand me. And he was like, you know, whatever, let's talk about it. We need to talk about it. I didn't like the way, like, when Kimbella, he was like, Kimbella, we got it. And she was like, what? I'm just standing here. Like, I didn't understand why he did all of that. It was extra. And so he ends up walking. Juju leaves, and then he ends up going to sit back with Sin. He was like, Sin is over here all by herself taking pictures of herself. It was funny. They show her over there taking pictures. He was like, let me go sit back down in there with her. So Kimbella and Yandy, they walk over to the side. And it was funny because Yandy shows up, and I was like, oh shit, I had forgot that Yandy was coming. I was like, oh shit. So it was funny because when Jonathan went down to sit back down with Sin, she was like, bitch, like, what is going on? Like, I felt that when all she said was bitch, and I felt it, because I'm like, what happened? Like, they just started, it was just like off the bat, like no calm talking. It was like immediate, like, aggression, which was kind of crazy. But anyway, so Yandy and Kimbella is talking, and they are talking at the bar, and I do not like the way that Yandy kept telling Kimbella to relax. Like, I don't like how Yandy acts like she's above it. She acts like she's above the shit. She acts like and also acts like she never quite understands what's going on or why someone is acting like that. She never gets it. I don't like when she keeps telling her calm down, or she tries to minimize it. I don't like how she does that. Like, I don't know if that's like from her being a manager or just her from being a fake bitch. I don't know what it is, because I'm like, stop telling this girl to calm down. Studies have shown that when somebody is angry and you tell them to calm down, that their blood pressure increases. You need to stop telling people to calm down when they're angry. Let them get out whatever the fuck it is, because she's explaining how she feels, and you're interrupting her, telling her to calm down. Bitch, don't tell me to fucking calm down. I'm calm, bitch. Like Selena Johnson told Nikki Gilbert. I'm calm, bitch. Calm down, what you say? Calm down, Godzilla. Oh, I'm calm, bitch. When Selena Johnson read Nikki Gilbert for Phil, don't tell people to calm down when they're upset. Just don't do it. It's like it's not a good tactic to use. You're only gonna make that person more upset. She like, you acting like a goody two shoes. You are a liar. You act like this character. You act like this character. You need to own who you are. Until you own who you are, I don't have nothing to say to you. Boop, and she walks the fuck away. I don't have nothing to say to you, bitch. You fake. You fake, and I'm not about to sit up here and entertain you and participate in this bullshit, because you act like you better than everybody. She does. She acts like she's above the bullshit, and she be doing shit. That's the reason why I don't like Yandy. She's a fake and phony fraud. Anyways, tell me what y'all thought of the episode. We're going to see next week what's going to happen with the people. What did I write down for next week? Oh, I didn't write anything down. I was so busy being nosy. I just watched the episode this morning. So y'all have a wonderful day. And make sure to send your topics to politeasfckpod at gmail.com. So for Friday's topics. Come on. All right, you guys have a wonderful day. Take care of each other.